I want to know about the stray kicks, the punches. I mean, have you got any? I don't see any bruises on your face so far. But how often does that happen when someone tries to pull a punch and then suddenly you're on the floor?
You know what's funny is that has never happened while we've been fighting.
I'm amazed.
Yeah, our stunt coordinators, Hito Koda and Gino Kerfman, they are awesome. They are so legit. The only time an accidental punch has ever landed was just between me and Sholo. We were like exiting a scene. Like once we walked through this door, we were off camera. And we play this game where you like try to make someone flinch, you know, and if you make him flinch, you hit him twice. You know, it's 2 for flinching. he goes to like fake hit and just totally clocks me. Like full force, just wham, just turns around. And he goes, "Brother, I'm sorry," you know, it's like freaking out. My nose just instantly just starts bleeding. We walk out the door and I'm like, huge blade nose, I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's pretty dry outside. Yeah, I don't know where that came from." We didn't tell anybody for like the first 8 episodes. And it became a joke, like, yeah, dude, when Sholo like decked the heck out of me. But yeah, that's like the only time like a stray punch has ever connected, just because we were being idiots. But yeah, I always tell him that one day I'm just gonna randomly punch him in the face, and he has to take it because, you know, he punched me, I punched him. It's only fair.
What's the percentage of you versus the stunt person? Like how much like, pressure are they under to keep you safe and your face doesn't go on?
You know what's funny is at the end of season 2, there is a very serious sort of hawk stunt that I really wanted to do, and they were just like, "No way!" No way. They wouldn't let me do it. There's actually only 2 things that I had a stunt double for, just because they were very, very technical moves that, done wrong, you could like really injure yourself. This season, especially, I'd probably say it's like 85, like 15 versus like I do 85% of my stunts. 15 is like the stunt guy. So this season a lot. We trained like 2 months before we went to Atlanta. We do a lot of our own stunts this season. I mean, I don't know much about, you know, the Miyagi-Do side, just because I'm not over there all the time. But, you know, me, Sholo, Peyton, who's one of the new people that comes on, she did a ton of her own stunts. Yeah, really, we all do a bunch of our own stunts this season, which is awesome. I mean, there's a fight every episode, which is pretty cool.
Did you come in actually knowing some martial arts at all?
I did like 4 years of Taekwondo in a strip mall, kind of like, you know, Cobra Kai, and I got up to a purple belt. I did actually like really loved grappling. I did grappling for like 2 years in junior high, but I honestly forgot everything. I don't know. I didn't remember any of the katas, I just remembered you have to stretch a lot. And then when we got on the show, we stretched a lot. So I knew some, but honestly didn't really help that much. If someone tried to like, you know, jump me on the street, I wouldn't remember like, you know, this is this block and I block like, you know, I wouldn't know like any of that stuff. But now I feel like I can beat up anybody, you know. Yeah.
A quiet kid, you know, like Mohawk tattoos. Is there going to be another big surprise for that character in the season?
Well, I don't know how much I can give away, but yeah, I'll say yes. Yes, there definitely will be. I mean, the Mohawk color changes a little bit. With that comes a little bit of a personality change. You know, Kreese is sort of in the realm now, so he has a little bit of influence over everybody, which is going to be very interesting to see. I'm excited to see how everyone sees that play out. But yeah.
Talking of Kreese, just looking at Martin Cobra today, he's scary. Are you intimidated by him?
I mean, he's on my side, so
Yeah.
if anything, it's like I'm glad he's on my side, you know? He's the greatest guy. He's a sweetheart.
Oh, he is?
Oh yeah, he very much is. He's funny though. He stays like half in character, so just joking around, he'll give that like lower register, you know, Martin Ko, Sensei Kreese sort of like attitude. He's funny though. It's really fun doing rehearsals with him and running lines. He's a really, really cool guy to learn from. Just watching. I mean, him and Billy alone are just very cool to watch. You know, just the rehearsals in general. You just really learn about the flow. Like Billy's like all about movement. Like he really like he can't if he just doesn't like a delivery or something, he doesn't like to start from there. He starts from the back and like needs to walk with everything, you know, which I think is a really cool aspect of, you know, Johnny Lawrence, just in the fact that he's a fighter, you know, and just movement is everything for him.
When you got the role, did they lay out the arc before you started, or was this a little surprise you got like partway through the series?
I actually found out the arc of the character while I was in the audition room. I didn't know that there was a mohawk involved. I didn't know anything, so I was like, "Oh, damn, this is sick," you know. And I remember there was one. It was like the first cafeteria scene where me and Gianni are introduced, who plays Dimitri, and I'm wearing that ugly sweater. And I was talking to Josh, and he's talking to me. He's like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait for your cool arc. You know, you're gonna be beating up people. You get a tattoo. You're gonna be making out with girls." And I was like, "What?" And someone called me. He's like, "Oh, gotta go. See you later." I was like, "What the heck?" And I've never done an on-screen kiss before. I was just like, "All right, like cool, you know." But yeah, that was kind of like a very scary thing in a way, because like that's just like weird to me, you know. But Tanner, who's like a pro at on-screen kisses, he's like done a ton. He's like, "Oh, don't worry, dude. Like it's so easy. You just freaking do it, you know." That's kind of like the advice he gave me. And I was like, "Okay, Tanner, thanks, man."
Was there any challenges for you to be that kind of
Honestly, like I felt like he should have been super buff, and I'm not super buff. So like for season 3, like I'm gonna try to like work out more. That's probably like the only thing. But I feel like it was almost very natural to play Hawk, just because it's all of the aggression and sort of like anger, like frustrations you have. You can just be like, "Wah," you know, and just like let it out. Because that's sort of what his character is. There's a lot of, you know, built up aggression and anger from being bullied for years, you know, and he's been silent for years, you know, the kid rarely speaks. So now it's almost like this is like the most unalloyed version of himself that sort of comes out, and it's like good, but bad in a way, because it's kind of scary, because he just has like no regard for really anybody, and it's just sort of like, I'm doing what I never got to do, you know. So that's sort of like part of the ideology behind Hawk, and Cobra Kai like really supports that, you know.
Your turn, Dave.
Who would you say is the most gung-ho person out there of the cast?
Probably Billy. There's a scene where he's teaching us how to headbutt, and he had this, you know, board of balsa wood that was scored so it would break easy, and he grabbed it and was like, "What the heck is this? This is flimsy. This is for pansies." Like, no, give me a real block of wood. I want some real wood here. And so he actually had this thick piece of wood and was like, and really went through it. And was just like, he's legit, you know. He was in season 1 during the tournament, when we were at the tournament, he was explaining to us like, "Yeah, you know, I continued karate for a bit, and people would always really want to beat me up because I was, you know, Johnny and stuff. So I really had to just like, you know, put him in their place and know that I don't mess around." And all of a sudden he just did this like spin move and stopped his fist like an inch from my face and was like, yeah, that's just like a spinning bottom fist. I would do that a lot. And I was just like, "Okay, cool." Like literally stopped like full force, just like boom. I was like, wow, like you're very intimidating. But he's a great guy, you know. He's like down to show you anything, you know. And like there's a scene where he's like sort of like fixing the kids' stances and stuff. He was really like doing that to everyone. He was like, "Yeah, actually no." He's like, "No, we got to make you guys look legit. Like everybody come here." And like walked through the ranks and like really. I mean, he told me, he told Shola, like he told everybody. He's legit. Yeah.
Are we allowed to ask one more, or are we going to get in trouble? Yes.
Do you have a favorite Gianni quote?
I can't even no. I just love finish him. That's just so iconic, I feel like, you know. I love him yelling that, or just, I mean, get him a body bag. That's just great. I don't know. I guess when I watched it as a kid, I more just loved like the evil side. And I mean, I saw it when I was probably like 8 or 9, so I don't remember, like, I just remember Marty just like yelling at everybody and was like so evil, and I was just like, dang, this guy's crazy, you know? So that was probably stuff that I really liked from it, but yeah. Yeah, right? They got the sleeveless stuff, everybody's jacked, you know? They get all the girls, they ride motorcycles. I think it's pretty cool.
Thank you so much. Lovely
Yeah,
to
sweet.
meet you.
Thanks so much, guys.